And hello, Mitch.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you doing, Mitch?
I'm doing better now.
Oh, okay. Anyways, welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Hayden. With me, I have Mitch.
Hello.
And no Tom.
Yeah.
He had some lame excuse about, I don't know, having a baby or something.
Yeah, slacker.
He's on baby number 2. So he's got a boy and a girl now.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Just barely a year apart.
Yep. He's got the Myers twins. And he will be reaping what he sowed from all that. So, especially since he's, pushing 40. But whatever. Good for him. If you know who he is, make sure you send him a congratulatory message. My kids are all going to college and stuff. So
yeah, mine are 8 and 4, so they're a little older. But
yeah. All right. Before we get into what we're talking about, which is the new Spider-Man movie, Mitch, would you don us with the social media, please?
Well, you go to entertainthis.lovable.app.
What is that?
That's our new website.
Okay.
That's just what it is right now. But it'll have, you can go on there and you can listen to all our episodes. If you want to, you can sign in and become part of our community, which gives you the ability to go through and comment on blogs. You can suggest different movies for us to watch or movies to punish us with. You'll have access to all the news media that we have, because we have like a scroll you can just keep going and look up news media. Let's see. You can also actually take trivia from the trivia that we've had on the podcast before. You can compete in that, and there's a leaderboard that refreshes once a month. So, whoever is the top person each month, they'll get a little gold star.
Look at you. That's right. We're upgrading. All right. Well, there you go. That's our significant update for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. And Instagram, TikTok, and X, entertain this _ I forgot about those.
There you go. I will have YouTube links probably on the website. But
yeah. Yeah, actually, when you go to the main page, it actually has a button that says watch on YouTube.
Oh, look at that. All right, well, let's go ahead and dig into the topic for today. Spider-Man. What was this way, Homeward Bound or something?
Brand new day.
All right.
Homeward Bound.
They got rid of the home thing.
Well, yeah, because I think the next ones are supposed to be Brand New Day, New Day, and I can't remember what the last one was.
It's not New Day. It's not Brand New Day anymore. It's just a regular old New Day.
Oh, one of them's called One More Day.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
They're kind of running out of names, aren't they?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, here we go again. 2 spider, 2 man.
But, it's done really well. I'll give it that.
Yeah, so me and Mitch went and saw it because Tom is busy having babies. And he took me for my birthday. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Happy birthday. And we saw it next to a lot of Generation Z's and loud people and whatever, and all my skin was crawling the entire time while somebody was doing their Instagram TikTok dances in the middle of the movie. But
first we went to the wrong theater.
Let's not get into that.
And I accused the wrong person of sitting in our seat.
Yeah, we lost a listener that day. But
they'd never seen us before.
I do now. Hey, it's those guys.
Idiots.
Yeah, but anyway, so we went and we saw it, and it was not my favorite of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but it definitely, to me, I mean, granted, there's a lot of nostalgia to it, but No Way Home was my favorite so far.
I feel like they're using their tentpole franchises like Spider-Man, because first off, their other tentpoles are gone.
Yeah.
I mean, Thor kind of struck out, Captain America's out, I guess, and then Iron Man's out.
Yeah.
What else was there?
You got Hulk, but I mean,
he never had movies.
Yeah, he never even gets a regular movie. So
like a side character in all the other temples.
Really, their biggest thing right now, besides Spider-Man, is Daredevil.
But it doesn't even have movies; it's TV.
Right? It's like, yeah.
So this is their biggest thing, and they had to put a lot of moving parts to prep for. Okay, to prep for Doomsday, right?
Right.
So they need to reestablish, like the Hulk's still there, and he's just some like disgruntled professor that doesn't transform anymore. And they got what's her name? That's not Black Widow.
That's not Black
Her sister, Yolanda or whatever her name is.
Oh, Yelena.
Yeah, she's in it. Yolanda.
Close enough.
Yeah, she's in it, and she's just basically like, I don't know, a rabbit's foot to point Spider-Man in the right direction.
Well, I do like, though, because when Spider-Man goes to talk to her, she's just like sitting in a hot tub, and she's like, "This is my office." That was pretty funny.
She makes him take off his uniform, or his costume, but he won't leave. He leaves his hat on or
his mask.
Mask on.
Gets in wearing nothing but a towel and a mask.
Yeah, it's goofy. But anyway, so there's a lot of like, and also they introduce a new character, which is pretty substantial.
Well, I mean, it's already been revealed that it's Jean Grey.
So
it's everywhere.
Jean Grey's in the movie, and they make that work, and which is the catalyst for where we're going with the MCU, bringing in Marvels.
Yeah, I mean, basically, this is like the first, I guess, official introduction of mutants in Marvel. So
yeah,
it makes you wonder, like, where were they all this time?
Yeah, they're going to have some explaining to do.
Well, and then I did think after the movie, I mentioned to you that there's a possibility that this could take place technically after Doomsday later this year.
You think that?
Well, because of other reasons, I guess it couldn't.
Right. I mean, I have a feeling that they're going to go the Thanos route with Doomsday, and it's going to be like another world-ending event. And
I mean, it definitely is. I mean, it's what they call the incursion, where the planets are about to collide and all realities combined into one.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was pretty much it. They had the Punisher in it, but he was kind of like, I don't know, Sideshow Bob and all this. He wasn't really there for anything besides just to be the Punisher in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, he has a couple of scenes and stuff, but he really doesn't go out and help fight a bunch of people or nothing.
Because he can't. He can't fight the Hulk.
Yeah.
He shoots him in the face just to like annoy him enough, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, because you have that. I mean, he can't really do much against Jean Grey because she's psychic. So
yeah. So that like. It was an interesting, stab at the franchise to see kind of, okay, you have all these new and old characters. This is how they'll interact with each other. But moving forward, I feel kind of like, did we need this movie?
Right.
Did it do anything besides introduce the X-Men?
I feel like the whole thing is just setting up the future.
Yeah, and
because like the Hulk, he shows in the trailer, he's got the little inhibitor thing on his hand.
Yeah. And
then that plays a bigger role later on. They'll reveal it later.
Yeah. It also, I mean, they do go into a little bit about Spider-Man's or Peter Parker's issue with like everybody forgetting his identity. Mm-hmm. So Mary Jane and Ned don't know who he is anymore. And
right.
A little bit of reconciliation with that. But not enough to like really move forward. It was just kind of like, I don't know who you are, but I want to get to know you kind of. And
well, my whole thing is like, in the movie, he's erased it to where they don't know who he is, but then he's still trying to interact with them. So what's the difference?
Well, he kind of tried it not. Well, but he was too lonely.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand why he like didn't go to Doctor Strange or something,
And honestly, I feel like the Hulk being introduced was kind of just a waste as well.
Yeah. And, Jean being the big bad guy, quote unquote, for this movie, even though she's not.
Right.
She's a victim of the government. But she's in it, and there is like a 2-kilometer, disaster that's going on in New York City. Mm-hmm. But then there's other superheroes that live in New York City that don't show up. Or
right.
Do anything with it. Daredevil didn't show up.
Yeah, Daredevil didn't.
Doctor Strange didn't show up.
Which to me is kind of weird because you see in the trailer he's fighting the Hand. Yeah. He's in a prison. We all know Daredevil got locked up.
Yeah.
And just doesn't make an appearance.
He's fighting the Hand. Oh, that's right.
The ninjas.
Yeah.
Which, granted, I watched a guy on I guess it was Instagram. He had a video that he was talking about how instead of using the Hulk, they should have used the Lizard and had the inhibitor thing on the lizard, trying to keep himself from becoming the lizard.
He doesn't become. Oh, well, I'm thinking of Scorpion. Who's a lizard?
The lizard's. He just turns into the big mutant lizard. Remember from No Way Home where it's what's his name?
Yeah, but he was from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, but there could always be a lizard from this continuity. Yeah. He could be Kurt Connors, and that maybe he was struggling with that problem, and then he was trying to stop it. But either way, I mean, if they'd have done that, then you also have Scorpion and Tombstone. That could have helped set up the Sinister Six, which is like a big Spider-Man.
They need to ship this Doomsday plot line, so they got to start finding vessels for those character archetypes to.
Well, I'm just saying, like a big Spider-Man storyline is him fighting the Sinister Six. Is when like 6 of his guys all team up, which could be like his final movie.
That's what I'm saying, though. I don't think Spider-Man. I don't think people are going to get to see Spider-Man just be Spider-Man. I think since he is the only legit tentpole left, they're going to see, especially since it makes $1 billion when it comes out. That's the MCU's attempt to like, all right, let's ship all these other franchises we have in a Spider-Man movie and get people interested in other stuff besides Spider-Man. So that's where they're putting in all these other nuances. And when Fantastic Four doesn't get the viewership that they wanted, they're going to rewrite the entire MCU continuity and do a Spider-Man Fantastic Four.
Which is kind of bad, because Fantastic Four, when it came out, was it last year?
Yeah.
It didn't do great, but I'm a big Superman fan, but I enjoyed Fantastic Four more than Superman.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I
thought the story made sense, and it kind of led to the bigger, reveal of all this stuff that's supposed to be happening in Doomsday.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. I do think that I liked it probably more than most of the MCU stuff going on right now because it was its own thing.
Right.
And didn't really have, until the very end, it didn't really have much tie into the MCU chaos that it is. Mm-hmm. I just, it seems like they're just, obviously it's a cash grab, but like they got the Russo brothers back, so who knows how much that was paid for that. And then the Russo brothers are like, well, what worked? Captain America worked. Tony Stark worked. Thor worked. Spider-Man worked. So let's start getting the old team back together. And but you're diminishing all those amazing scenes where these people left.
Right.
They put an end to put a pin in their characters. And I'm not blaming the actors or anything. I think it's, you throw enough money at a problem, somebody's going to finally agree to it.
I mean, I like Robert Downey Jr., but I don't see the point of making him Dr. Doom.
I don't know either.
I personally, because of like the gypsy tie from was it Cillian Murphy's other show? What's that? What was it?
What?
Cillian Murphy's show where he's like got the gambling market and all that. What was that called?
Oh, Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, Peaky Blinders. From that tie and stuff, and that part of the world, that race of people.
Romanovi.
I figured that would fit better with like Dr. Doom and his his personality. I think they should have used him, but that's just my opinion.
So why would they bring him back?
Well, exactly. I mean, why?
I mean, serious. Look, what do you think? What's
because it gets money.
It gets butts and seats, but also I think they're like, all right, our viewership ratings have dropped since we got rid of the original 3.
Yeah.
Let's what can we do to bring them back? And I bet you there's some MacGuffin where Tony Stark's brain gets put in Dr. Doom's body and he was like never dead by the end of the Doomsday stuff.
I think what they're going to do with Doomsday is like the X-Men that they've announced being cast, which I'll talk about later, but they're making them all like really young, like because Chris Evans and stuff, they were all young when he started as Captain America
20 years ago.
But these kids are like barely out of high school age, and they're casting all them as all the different characters, and so I think they're going to end up doing something like where they recast Iron Man. And so somebody was joking like it's going to be Timothy Chalamet.
Oh man,
which that'll be really weird.
Yeah,
to see that happen, but
I'm surprised he hasn't got an MCU thing yet.
I mean, yeah, I don't know,
but I mean, why not? They got Zendaya and Tom Holland and everything else. Why not put the 3 of them in something? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna go see Doomsday because it's the big thing this year. It's the Grand Theft Auto 6 of movies.
I mean, I am excited for it just because of all the different stuff that's going to be thrown together and to see what comes out of it.
Yeah, and if a big Hollywood MCU producer hears me, they're like, "Well, good, then my job is done. I don't really care about the story. I just want to make sure you buy my tickets." I'm saying that eventually it's going to go the way of, I don't know, Call of Duty, where people are just like, I don't want to see how they...
But the one thing Marvel has going for it, though, is because while the Avengers and stuff all got made popular from the movies, the X-Men has always been like their big cash grab as far as like when it comes to characters and comics.
Yeah.
So that they're bringing in their most popular characters now. So
why do you suppose they waited so long?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because they had this whole time they could have used Wolverine before he got old.
Maybe they just don't know what to do because they had a plan, and then when the Fox buyout happened.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why. I mean, because it took forever for them to get the rights just to use Spider-Man.
But I mean, like they pivoted pretty harsh when the Jonathan Majors thing happened.
Yeah,
and they were like, "All right, we're gonna go Doomsday, no King the Conqueror stuff or whatever." Right. And so I wonder if that delayed some of the movies and stuff that were coming out. B, if it made some of these movies bad because of that.
Yeah, I mean they might have had to rush them or change the production, what they were planning on doing. I
mean, I've heard from some CG or some special effects developers that like the Marvel movies are the worst to work on because they rush them so much. They get like half of a window, half of a timeline that any standard production company would expect them to make these ridiculous effects.
Yeah.
And like 80% of the movie is CG. And
I mean, that's what I saw. It's like a lot of times they'll just be on a giant green screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, go to some real places. Make it, to me, that makes it more authentic.
Well, okay, if we're talking about production standpoints, I think that a lot of their things are, let's get the shot. And if it's green in the background, we know we can fix it in post. And I think they're leaning heavy on that. I think that they have like an insurance thing or something that goes on where the director is like, oh, this shot's ugly. It's a good thing we got it in green, with the background. We'll cut out the actor's head and then just redesign everything and then put the actor's head on this basically CG Avatar world.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because I understand when like Spider-Man swinging through the buildings and stuff, you can't do that practically.
No.
But I mean, when they're just fighting on the street or fighting on a rooftop, just make a set, or don't just do green screen everything.
It used to be that way. I think basically with Endgame, and a lot of people, Endgame was the best Marvel movie for them, but there was not as much practical effects in Endgame as there were in like Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier was probably one of the best practical, like choreographed actual fights and whatever from the MCU. But that movie took like 2.5 years to make.
Yeah.
Whereas they're cranking out these. They'll start principal photography, and these are the $1 billion blockbuster movies. They'll be done in 8-9 months.
Yeah.
With all photography. And
because they just announced the cast for X-Men, and they plan on it coming out in 2028.
So that means they're going to start shooting probably early 2027. Mm-hmm. They're going to be done before
it comes out May of 28.
Yeah, they're probably going to be done in September, October 2027 with all the principal photography. And so that's 8-9 months. And then they're going to just crush their special effects, crew, and just those guys won't sleep for it's kind of like a video game crunch. Remember there's a big strike back in the days, like when the Cyberpunk was coming out and all these games were under a lot of flack for their crunches of making their developers work twice as hard in the last year before the game comes out so it's polished.
Right.
I think that's like that, but for movies, which is silly because you're basically building a video game, but it's not interactive. And, all the CG and stuff, once that gets polished, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, look at the Sony movies. So a lot of those movies have terrible CG.
Well, and that's the thing, though. Like, some of them, they have some really good characters, and the story would be better if they would just take a little more time with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know who said it, but a movie's never finished; it's only abandoned. I think it was like Coppola or something that said that. But I just don't think that. I don't think there's that kind of soul in the movie. I think it's like you'll hit these timelines, by X and such date, this will be done. Whether it's done or not, we're taking it.
Well, what kills me is like you'll have characters like the Sony movies. We had Morbius and Craven. Those are really good characters. They just decided to just kind of rush through it and, for whatever reason, hired Jared Leto for one of them. And
well, I still have theories that Sony just had to crank out a movie to maintain rights. They didn't care how bad it was. And they took like an insurance loss on it and all this other thing. But, MCU was like, at one point, back in the early days, before, like, even up to the original Avengers, it was kind of like this underdog story. Like, comic books can be real stories. Mm-hmm. You can enjoy the hero cycle and all these like like Shakespearean tales of yore that all the snooty highbrow people take too serious, but see it wrapped up in its new visage for a younger audience.
Right.
And they were able to showcase that there's real, stakes and plot and interest and politics and everything that goes on in the world that people use to vessel modern interests, the zeitgeist, if you will, of what's going on into a packaged consumable that's good for adults and kids in the comic book venue, right? But once that like underdog kind of intrigue, went away, I think probably around the time Endgame came out, that's when everything blew up and became too, I don't know, obtuse. It was just more about how do we do that again? How do we do that again?
I mean, because when you got to Endgame, eventually at that point, they're not following really what happens in the comic books anymore.
Yeah.
There's parts on different movies and stuff where basically it's just the story from the comic.
Yeah.
And then like when they got to Endgame, it's just they just pretty much from there on, it's just kind of just make it up as they go.
Well, I think that they had phase 1 through 3 pinned. Maybe not as detailed as phase 1 was when Kevin Feige like started, assembling the Avengers. Mm-hmm. I think there was a concept of how to get to phase 3.
Okay.
Right. And what it would end like. And so because the foundation, the stepping stones were there, Endgame was a solid ending. But around phase 2 or the beginning of phase 3, they were like, what's phase 4 look like? I mean, this is good money, right? Let's keep the party going. And, the Russo brothers were like, well, we're done. And then all these other people they try to do some more indie director kind of stuff. And, you go up shooting, home movies and things like that with your less than $1 million budget, and then all of a sudden Marvel hands you a $300 million budget to go make something, and for some reason it doesn't gel well. Look at Blade, right? Like that's not doing that. I think they just canceled it.
Yeah, right. As far as I know, they've canceled it completely.
So like, there's a lot of other movies that just didn't gel well with the Marvel machine that is their current MCU, and I don't know. I guess it just goes to say that it's rather than ending the MCU at phase 3, keeping it going, keeping this digging this corpse back up. That's Tony Stark, and making him act some more. I think it's hurting the franchise. I think they should have ended it and maybe just wait 10 years and do a reboot or a soft sequel or something like that. But I don't know. Disney likes money too much.
Well, kind of pulling it back to the Spider-Man movie, I did like the dynamic that they had between Tom Holland and John Bernthal for their characters of Spider-Man and Punisher. I thought that was pretty good, where he's going back and forth, and Punisher's trying to kill the bad guys, and Spider-Man's like, no, let me handle this.
Yeah, that'd be fun to have like it's standalone,
right?
But they have to make it a part of something bigger. Mm-hmm. So I think all these tie-ins. The tie-ins, because when you introduce X-Men into a Spider-Man movie where he's buddy copping with the Punisher and getting advice from the Hulk.
Yeah.
Right? But you have these, big threats that are being ignored by Doctor Strange, being ignored by the Daredevil, being ignored, I guess, by the rest of the X-Men,
And Avengers and
Yeah, all that. Like, well, what's going on? Where are we supposed to make sense of this? And I read a really interesting thing that, like, the reason why the original MCU movies worked is because they presented it in a way like, imagine your world, if you will, where everything is as it is, but then there's a genius, billionaire, philanthropist, playboy guy that decides to make a suit of armor that he can fly with and fight bad guys.
Right.
How would that look like in your world? Right? But then the suspension of disbelief has gone so far throughout the phases and like the 50 movies that have come out, it's not our world anymore. We don't know where like the baseline is and what to connect with anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's just so much fantastical stuff going on that it's like, for the people in the like walking down the street, they're just like, oh, look, there's Spider-Man, and they just keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to be like in construction in New York, like they're just like, not again. The Hulk is mad. Oh my god. So
yeah. Well, so what overall would you rate the movie? I'll go ahead and say, even though I liked it and it wasn't my favorite, I gave it like a 7.5.
I give it I give it an 8. I think that as far as it scratches the comic book itch. Mm-hmm. It's cool to get an update on Spider-Man. Like, hey, how's Spider-Man doing? Yeah. Even though it's not a significant update, he's like, well, he wants to make friends with his friends again. That's basically where they left you. But like it's again, the thing that throws me off is it's not a Spider-Man movie. It's a vehicle for the Doomsday movie. Right. So for where the MCU's going.
And like you said, that's how a lot of the Marvel movies have done now, is where they just incorporate all the stuff into one. Just can't have a standalone, which is why I think Daredevil does as good as it does as a TV series, because it's focused on him right now. Punisher's in there some, but it's about him.
Well, weren't the Daredevil and Punisher, weren't they always kind of like together? Yeah.
Daredevil, Punisher, let's see, Moon Knight sometimes was in there. But they were the human crime fighters that, they would kind of interact with each other a little bit.
Yeah, that's another thing, is like all the failed superhero stuff.
Yeah, like Wonder Man that just had one season and that's it.
I didn't even see
She-Hulk.
Yeah, but like She-Hulk's in New York, right?
Yeah.
So are we just done with She-Hulk now? Like,
well, supposedly Hulk has a kid too, because he was Scar, which was in She-Hulk. He had like a one cameo scene.
Really?
At the very end of She-Hulk, he like goes to a barbecue that She-Hulk is having. He goes, "Oh, by the way, this is my son, Scar."
I don't remember.
Never see him again. That's the last time you've heard of him. Okay. Like, he doesn't even talk about him in this movie. So,
yeah. So like, you know how they did those stings at the end of at every MCU movie? They do like a little teaser for something to come. There's so many of those that never amounted to anything,
right?
And I wonder if it was just like an audience test, like, hey, how do people respond to this? Oh, not enough traction. So. Yeah. This character that we've introduced, gone. Never going to talk about it ever again.
Which, I mean, since we're on the subject of Marvel, we'll kind of move on to what Disney just kind of revealed.
Yeah.
Is you've got the Ghost Rider movie coming out where Ryan Gosling's going to be playing, Johnny Blaze. Mm-hmm. I didn't think of his real name. So, I mean, a lot of people have always been like, oh, yeah, you should cast him, So they're like, oh, yeah, that's a great casting. But it's, I think he'll be good at it.
I don't know enough about Ghost Rider besides his Nicolas Cage movies.
I mean, that's pretty close to it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean,
I just think Ryan Gosling's a better actor, so it'll be better. Because I like the Ghost Rider movie, at least the first one.
Yeah, the second one was bad. I mean, how big of a is he? Like, Hulk level?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Well, I mean, because he fights like the demons of hell and Satan and all that stuff.
So
he's the kind of guy that Doctor Strange would have trouble with. Doctor Doom would have trouble with, just because there's not a whole lot that you can do if you're a bad guy, because he has one what they call a move which is called the penance stare, which basically, if you have sins and you have any kind of guilt about it, it just basically shuts you down and you just collapse.
What entity gives him this power to do all this stuff?
The one above all.
Okay, so that's God, right?
Basically.
All right. So why does this person care now and not throughout the past 20 years of...
Good question.
I think we're breaking too many, rules on how the plot and the lore works. If you just... Whatever, kids want to see Ghost Rider.
Now, with the X-Men that's coming out, the one thing I could say is that maybe something with Endgame, with the people disappearing or reappearing, maybe that altered their genes, and that's why mutants are starting to appear now. Because that would be roughly, the teens that were around at that time, it altered their DNA. Maybe that's the route they could go. I don't know. But that would make a little more sense than just saying, oh, they've been here the whole time. But you never know what they'll do. But as far as the X-Men, they've announced a good many of them that are who's going to be playing them, who got casted. Which let me pull this up somewhere that I saved. You're going to have there's a rumor that Austin Butler is going to be Gambit.
Okay.
Because Channing Tatum's just going to be there for the Doomsday movie. But then you got Indy Navarrete, which she was the girl from Obsession.
Oh yeah.
She's going to be playing Rogue.
Interesting.
Let me pull it back up here. Here it is. You've got Sadie Sink, which will be Jean Grey. You've got, what's his name? Kit Connor is going to be Cyclops, which I don't really know what he's from.
I don't know. Everybody's just freaking out how buff he is.
You got Christopher Abbott, which is going to be Charles Xavier, which that's the only one I really didn't see. Like when you're looking at all the characters, I could see them as the character, but he just he doesn't seem like he's going to be
I know
Charles Xavier. Yeah. He doesn't seem old enough compared to the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's definitely older than the rest of those teens. Maybe he's like a 40 middle-aged Charles Xavier.
Yeah. You got Samara Weaving, which is going to be Emma Frost.
Yeah.
Let's see, Maya Boyd, which I don't know what she's from, but she's going to be Storm, and she has the part. She looks it. And then the last one that they announced recently was Adam Driver, which is going to be playing Mr. Sinister.
Yeah,
they call him Nathaniel something in the trailer or the little thing when they show him, but he's Nathaniel Essex.
He introduced himself as Magneto.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh no, wait, that's not right."
Which is weird. So
because there was a lot of rumors that he was going to be Magneto.
Oh, okay. So who is Sinister? Whatever.
I mean, he's a mutant, and basically, it's like essentially he can't be hurt, and it's almost like he's immortal. Like he's kind of like Wolverine, where he just doesn't age.
Okay.
But he's like you were talking about. Adam Driver does good as like a serial killer kind of.
No, the other guy did. That's what. Charles Xavier guy.
Oh well, this one, Adam Driver's his character is basically a serial killer of mutants.
Oh, okay. Right.
He basically kidnaps mutants and he'll do genetic experiments on them, like horrible experiments on them, just to try and he tries to harness DNA to try and infuse it with himself or to try to create other mutants, to alter their genes and stuff. He'll just straight up catch them and start cutting them up and taking pieces. And he has like this little red diamond on his head, which gives him some level of psychic abilities. So
okay,
but he's a creep.
Interesting.
He normally works alongside Apocalypse or in the same kind of realm of that level.
Why do you suppose they haven't introduced Wolverine?
It's a good question. Because how are you going to top Hugh Jackman at this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think also they don't know what to do. I think the will they won't they about how we're going to do Wolverine has been a question for so long, and then they made Deadpool versus Wolverine with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It did phenomenal, and they're just like,
Well, there was a small thing at was it D23 is what it's called for Disney?
Yeah.
Their expo. But they were talking about Doomsday, and then a video comes up where it's Hugh Jackman talking, saying, "Yeah, we really need to be in this movie." And you hear Ryan Reynolds in the background saying, "Read the cue cards." But they're basically alluding that they're going to be in the Doomsday movie as well, both of them.
What are they going to do? Kill them off so they can have a new Wolverine in it?
I mean, if Daphne Keane was willing to do it, she needs to come back as X-23 because in the comics, she takes over the name Wolverine on the X-Men, and then Logan just stays Logan.
I bet you she'd be willing to do it.
I mean, because she came back for the Wolverine and Deadpool movie.
Briefly. Yeah.
I think she would do it, and if she does, I think that would be the best way to go about it at this time.
Yeah,
because you're not going to please anybody by replacing Hugh Jackman when he was just Wolverine in Doomsday.
Yeah, but you really can't have X-Men without Wolverine.
You're right. But Wolverine technically didn't join the X-Men until years after they'd actually been the X-Men. It was almost 20 years before Wolverine joined. Because I want to say they started... Well, it was about 10 years. I want to say they started in the 60s, and it was the 70s when... either late 60s or early 70s when Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Storm, and Colossus joined.
Well, I mean, still, everybody from our generation on knows it as...
Right.
I haven't given you permission to leave.
That was loud.
But I don't know. Other than that, I mean, they did a lot of Star Wars stuff too, the Disney thing.
Yeah, the Ahsoka season 2, which that looks pretty good. There's a. Did you see the trailer for it?
I saw parts of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Well, there's because General Thrawn, spoiler from season 1. He's there. He's escaped. Was it the Lost Galaxy?
Something like that. Yeah.
And basically declaring war on the Republic, but he also has like the witches that are kind of with him.
Witches of Dagmar or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's showing a lot of the scenes show Ahsoka like struggling with her own mind on whether, because she walked away from being a Jedi, struggling with going back to become a Jedi, and she sees Anakin's like Force ghost talking to her. It's either his Force ghost or it's like memories. But
I think it's the Force ghost because he was like blue.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure, but I figured that's probably what it is. But it did. One thing I didn't see was Ezra, the person they were looking for the whole time.
That's
in
right.
Season 1.
Yeah,
I didn't see him in the trailer. But I mean, I really enjoyed Season 1 of Ahsoka, so I want to see this one too.
Where in the timeline does this take place?
It's supposed to be around the same time as the Mandalorian. I guess it's after the Mandalorian.
So it's before the sequel trilogy, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people think that because they're going this route with the whole, witches and there's like that thing that there's something from the Ezra thing where it can impact time and stuff like that,
Right, and alter time.
Right. They think that they're gonna just retcon the whole.
Well, because they talk a lot about that in the Rebels TV show, like the kids' animated show, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's a really good animated show. I watched it before Ahsoka season 1 just because I wanted to know who these characters were, and it was really good. So if you haven't seen that and you're a big Star Wars fan, I would definitely say go see that.
Do you think that? Is Disney just gonna, eat crow like that? They're just gonna, those 3 movies didn't happen.
Honestly, it'd probably be the best for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would, but you're whatever legacy, pass the torch novelty you're trying to incorporate, it will be gone.
Yeah.
So Harrison Ford's not going to do another movie. Carrie Fisher's dead.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Mark Hamill agrees to do another movie.
I heard that he said he was never going to appear in person to do another Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, at the end, you can move forwards with some of these other characters that they've created. Like Ahsoka could be like the main character, like the main Jedi going forward if she wanted to do it. I don't think Pedro Pascal plans on coming back as the Mandalorian. At least nothing that they've announced so far. So, I mean, but there's plenty of characters from Star Wars that you could incorporate into this, or they could go back and kind of focus on the Old Republic because they're remaking the game.
They should do that. They should go back and set origin stories of, well, not like of characters, but of like how the world works,
right?
Where the Force came from and all this other stuff. I think and I'm not huge into like prequels, but I think that would be so far removed from the Skywalker saga that. Well,
right, because the only one that's actually alive at that point is Yoda when he was young.
No,
well, in the comics that they have right now,
really,
he's like just becomes a Jedi. But
I mean, you go back even further to like where the Force was found.
Oh, well, yeah, not that far. Yeah, he wasn't around then. But
That's what I'm talking about. I want to know like how it all began instead of just like everybody acknowledges and accepts that space wizards are the thing. Well, okay, well how did this become?
I can see
what
that.
it is.
Did you ever see the Acolyte TV show? It was actually really good. I thought a lot of people hated on it, but I thought the story made a lot of sense because it takes place way before everything else.
I have a love-hate relationship with Star Wars. I think I'm after the sequel trilogy, especially was the 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like never again. And I did the Mandalorian show, but that was about as far as I went.
Well, if you get a chance, like you don't have anything else important to watch at the moment, you got to check it out. I mean, granted, it's only one season; it got canceled.
I'm supposed to watch
season 2, but
the spy one. What's that one called?
The spy one, Skeleton Crew.
No, the other one with the live action. The dude that was in Rogue One.
Oh, Andor.
Yeah, I'm supposed to watch that one, and I haven't gotten around to it.
The first season was good. I got bored in the second season.
So, and again, I'm not jazzed about that because he's dead in Rogue One.
Yeah.
So like, well, I don't really care.
Then they also have Starfighter with Ryan Gosling, which the trailer looked interesting. I don't know where this fits in the story, but he's like in the trailer, he's talking about, this is the fastest prototype Starfighter.
Yeah,
some kid goes to uncover it.
Yeah, I saw that too. And it's just like, I feel like Ryan Gosling's like, look, I've done the movies that I want to do. So I'm just going to, or I've done the movies that I've had to do. I'm just going to do whatever I want now. He's like, yeah, I'll be Ghost Rider. That sounds like fun.
Now, everybody kept talking about how Starfighter is going to be the Top Gun of Star Wars. If they do it, there's one episode of Mandalorian where him and Bo-Katan are fighting like in and out of ravines and stuff with some TIE fighters. If they do it like the kind of like, I guess, dog fights like those, it could be a really good movie.
Well, I feel bad for what's her name, that she had a Squadrons movie. She was announced to do.
Like, yeah. I forgot who you're talking about, but I remember them being a Squadrons movie.
And then I guess they shelved it.
Yeah.
So
well,
she was doing the Wonder Woman movies.
When Kennedy left?
I don't know. I don't know. But like, yeah. So whatever happened with that was kind of disappointing. And I like her movies. She did I think she did Speed.
Speed?
Yeah, with Keanu Reeves.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, long time ago.
Well, I mean,
Sandra Bullock?
No. Wait, the actor was in it, yes, but the director here, I'll pull.
Oh, the director. Oh, yeah. Well, that's more your speed. The directors, I don't know.
Well, do you want to know how good a movie's going to be? So,
if you're comparing it to Speed,
her name is. Never mind, that was not her. No, wait, yeah, that was not her. Keep talking, I'll figure it out.
Well, anyways, I mean, the Bo-Katan and Mandalorian. I can't remember the name of the episode, but there's one where. Like that, I mean, it's almost like the new Top Gun where they were kind of going through the ravine to try and race to go shoot the missile. Yeah, it was basically like that, except for you had TIE fighters trying to hunt them down, or kind of like when Independence Day when he's using the jet to try and get away at the very beginning of the movie. A lot of the dogfighting stuff that's something you don't see a whole lot on Star Wars. And a lot of times, like especially in the older movies, they just shoot each other down like right off the bat.
It's Patty Jenkins.
Okay,
and. Never mind. She's done Monster. That's about it. I thought she was somebody else. So, but yeah, whatever happened with that, I guess probably Wonder Woman 2 did so bad that they were just like, whoa, let's not do that.
Disney did announce a lot of other stuff as well. Let's see. They got the Simpsons movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the new Simpsons movie.
Yeah. Like we had mentioned, you got Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, so I haven't played 3. Mm-hmm. I played 1 and 2, and I really like those games. Have no business having a soundtrack that good. So like they're really like nice games, and if you try to explain it, even back when it came out, like, hey, so take a bunch of Final Fantasy characters and put them in a Disney stuff with like Mickey and Goofy, people would be like, what? But like, it's a fun game. I really enjoyed it as a kid, and I was excited for the third one, I never got around because it was PlayStation at the time. I think it's on Xbox. I just never got around to doing it.
Well, back when they first started coming out too, like there wasn't all these like combined universe, kind of movies and games where. So back then, seeing Captain Hook coming after Mickey is kind of cool.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, it was pretty cool and interesting how they tied it. And they got like a lot of the voice actors back and stuff like that.
So I never played them.
But they also kind of gave it like a brevity, a realism, and kind of darkness that came with like Final Fantasy games,
right?
Which was really interesting and cool, especially for Disney to be edgy like that. And it blew up. Yeah, everybody had them. Like there was so much. There was like all the Game Boy games, and I never played, but everybody had them, and all the little toys and stuff. So those were great. 3 came out. It came out way too late. I think it was like, I don't know, 15 years between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And it didn't do very good from what I understand. So I don't know what they're going to try and do with 4. I mean, if we're keeping it real, Sora, the main character for Final Fantasy, he would have came out in like 2002, 2003, and he was 14, 15 back then. So he's got to be pushing 40 now. So... Yeah,
he's still the same.
if it's maybe it's like 3 years later, not 10 years later. Or whatever. So
well, let's see. They announced Coco 2, which that movie was all right.
I thought it was a great movie. I remember my wife bawling at the end.
I've only seen bits and pieces.
That's a great movie. It's got good music.
My kids never wanted to watch it, so. You got Incredibles 3.
Yeah.
Which is coming out. There's a new movie called Ghost Market, which it's some new animated movie. I didn't really see a whole lot about it.
Is it Pixar or Disney?
I think it's Pixar.
Oh, okay.
You got Lilo and Stitch 2, which will be the live action.
Yep. There.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which will be, I guess that's a TV series, right?
Yeah. It's okay.
I haven't seen it.
My kids love it. You know how I feel about kid actors. So I'm just like, nah. It's a little long for the story, but whatever.
The movie I'm excited for, the Bluey movie.
Yeah, it's CG though.
It's a little different, but
I kind of liked how Bluey was just like simple and minimalistic.
Yeah,
and now they're like.
I just know I'm not gonna have a choice. I'm gonna have to go see the movie because my kids are gonna want to see it.
Well,
they both love Bluey.
My kids have outgrown Bluey. So,
you got Ice Age: Boiling Point.
Oh, they're still making Ice Age movies.
Brand new Ice Age. I think it's been like 10 years since they made one.
Didn't they all like? I don't know.
Well, because was it? No, it was when I went and saw the Toy Story movie with my daughter. They had a trailer for it where basically they just come blasting out of this smoke, and you see like some kind of like flaming rock go through and like burn the hair off of one, and he turns and his trunk hits the other one in the face, and it's just you got like Sid's butt hits the other one, hits the saber-toothed tiger in the face.
Man, all those people that were big back when Ice Age first came out, like Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, Dennis Leary. It's so weird to think of them like being in a movie nowadays.
Yeah.
So
let's see. We have the live-action Tangled movie, which the characters, they saw like a little snippet of them talking about another movie. It was just like, I guess, them on stage or whatever. They looked, like they could pull off the characters. You have a movie called Oswald, which I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I don't know either.
Vision Quest, which is supposed to come out.
Wasn't that a TV show?
Yeah, it's going to be a TV show.
Wasn't an original? Oh,
no, that was Wanda and Vision.
Okay, so there's a show about Vision.
This one's about him, and they show like that Ultron is still alive.
How?
I think it's inside his circuits, inside his mind.
Again.
So like he doesn't have a body, but he's still there. Which in the comics, that's kind of how it goes. It's like letting AI out onto the internet. It's always there somewhere.
It's shows like Game of Thrones or books like Red Rising that really make me appreciate. You gotta watch or read stuff like that to differentiate from these shows that just bring people back from the dead. Like there's nothing worse than a really good death scene for a character that you admired and you're sad and you're like, oh, he went out like that or whatever. But then he just shows up mysteriously.
Dun,
like,
dun, dun.
I didn't hear no bell ring. And you're just like, come on. He was he's diminished now.
Let's see. The next one on here is Zootopia 3. They don't have a release date for it, but
I'm sure it'll be big.
there's some movie called Clay, which from the little bit I saw, it looked like it was a claymation movie, which that would be different.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Hexed, which is basically it's like a female Harry Potter animated movie. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, it's not Harry Potter, but it's the same thing where she goes to a school.
It's a Pixar movie. Yeah, or a Disney movie or whatever.
And then Frozen 3.
Wow.
Was announced where the Northern Lights comes back.
Okay.
But like I know at the very beginning of the little trailer, they show where Anna and Kristoff are getting married, and this interrupts their marriage.
Oh no!
Olaf comes in, and he's like, "Hey, they were doing some kind of mouth to mouth." So, but it still looked funny, you know.
Yeah. You know what they need? A new Fantasia movie, but like, what?
Takes a lot of drugs to make Fantasia.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, because they did Fantasia, and yeah, it was weird when it came out, but if they did a Fantasia where it was like crossing different IPs,
yeah,
and they had all these, big musical numbers and stuff like that, and it was just pure sensory overload of.
So like I forgot what the what it's called now, but it's like the fireworks show that they have at Epcot.
Or they just show different stuff.
Or no, it's the Hollywood Studios. But yeah, it's basically Mickey is being attacked by Maleficent, and then like the Jafar shows up as like the snake, or you've got Moana shows up to help him stop something else, or Aladdin shows up to help him fight, and all sorts of stuff.
Maybe, I don't know, just like some dumb whatever excuse that Mickey has to go into different universes.
Yeah,
and but like. Make it like huge and big with Disney money and have cool music and just an excuse to see all your old, favorite Disney movies again.
see Mickey ride the back of Simba into battle.
Something like that. That'd be fun. And just make it about the nostalgia factor for us. For us adults. Yeah, don't do all the CG nonsense.
Because they got the Wolverine game that comes out here soon, which they've revealed a little bit more of it. Like I saw some scenes where as you're fighting, Sabretooth was fighting alongside Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
There's one scene it was a cut scene where Mystique actually saves Wolverine from like in the middle of it, and they did reveal that it's a little more. It's not like straight on just like attack and kill. There are some stealth missions, but they said that you kind of gotta. Kind of measure out, parrying some of the soldiers as they're fighting because they're like cybernetic soldiers. They're not just regular people. So you kind of got to parry some attacks and stuff to help build up your rage, which then when you start attacking and just tearing people up, some of the enemies will actually run away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really interested in it because like what I've seen looks pretty cool. And it's its own storyline. So it's going to revolve all around like Weapon X and everything. So.
Have you been playing anything,
I played Wildlands a little bit, which was fun. I mean, it's a 10-year-old game now.
They've they've not remastered it, but they've like updated it.
They updated the graphics where it's 60 frames per second and 4K.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to play, but it's the same story. They did add a new mission, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So
I've been playing a game called Beast of Reincarnation.
Oh yeah.
It's from Game Freak.
I did see something about that. I hadn't played it, but
yeah, the people who did Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So this is their first, I think, third like all consoles game, because it was on Game Pass. So,
okay.
And it's a weird game. It's pretty. It's a really beautiful game, but man, like so you start off. The plot is tough to explain. It's like 2,000 years in the future, and robots and stuff take over, and you play as a little, Chinese girl or Japanese girl, and she's. I can't remember what they call her. It's like a purifier or something like that. But she's basically got this this like growth. This like her ponytail has got like weeds growing out of it.
Okay.
And she can like do a superpower where she can like make it grow a stump like a log, and she can run on it or use it to jump really high or whatever. And then she can obviously she's got a katana, and she can like integrate it with her attacks and stuff. And you have a dog partner. It's like a white wolf.
Yeah.
Its tail has got that too, and it can do things like shoot spikes and stuff.
Okay.
But anyways, like it takes itself very serious. It's a very serious game. And it reminds me a lot of kind of like Metal Gear Solid, where it's like the later Metal Gear Solid games where it's weird and you don't really know what to expect, and you upgrade things in a weird way, and you find better kind of resources and stuff that gets to where you're going better, and you're navigating this like post-apocalyptic world where robots attack you and these like overgrown forest monster things attack you. And it's really, I've seen that some people gave it middling reviews because they consider the gameplay repetitive, and I'm probably about halfway through. It starts you out with a lot of abilities that is very overwhelming. Like your skill tree is ridiculous, and for a game like that, and you're never going to unlock everything. And so learning the attacks, it's got combo attacks, which I'm not great at. I don't remember how many times I got to push the right button.
It's got a button mash.
Yeah. I find one thing that works for me, and I just do that. But anyway, so you upgrade all these abilities, and you keep going, and then each world has a different layout. Like the first world is like a field, a big old plain.
Right.
The next world is kind of mountainous. The third world is like very foresty, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people didn't like that they use the same enemies to attack you. I don't care as much, but I enjoyed like the scenery. It is kind of limited on what you think you can do in the game. Like, I can go over there, and then you'll hit an invisible wall.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's not open world. I mean,
it's open world until it's not.
Okay.
So, like you can see basically how the map is on where you can go, but you see an open field and you're like, I'm going to go that way. And then you just run into an invisible wall.
Okay.
So, but yeah. And then like the skill tree and gameplay mechanics are way too complicated for this game. So people have been rating it at a 7. I kind of agree with that. Maybe a little bit higher. But I'm going to finish it. It's free for me, so I'm just been enjoying just a goofy story that I have no idea what's going to happen. So, yeah.
I mean, the next thing I really only had to talk about was Green Lanterns?
Yeah.
The
Lantern.
The Lanterns, the TV show.
Because green is stupid.
Technically, while we're recording, comes out tomorrow, but you'll be hearing this on Monday, so it came out last night.
Good for you.
But it looked pretty good from the trailers I've seen. And I'm interested to see Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner, and Hal Jordan all on screen at the same time.
Yeah. Which one's Nathan Fillion?
Guy Gardner.
Okay.
He was the same one he was in Superman.
Does he ever get a haircut?
I don't know, but I hope so.
Okay. All right.
Does it with the bold cut?
And Jon Stewart is the black guy. Who's
Yeah, he's like an army sniper.
And who's the other guy?
Hal Jordan.
All right.
I forgot what the name of the.
I think Jon Stewart's always been my favorite because he was the one in the Justice League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart's in the animated one. Yeah.
Yeah. That was. I
always liked him, and then what was the other one? Kyle Rayner. He was the one that was an artist, and so he could make all sorts of stuff.
Crazy things.
Yeah. He made like a whole mech unit machine one time and just sat down inside of it and started fighting.
That's cool. Yeah. They seem like they're all very angry about something in that show.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically established like all this stuff has been there for this series because Sinestro's already in jail when it starts, or at least from what the trailer shows.
Who's Sinestro again?
He's the Yellow Lantern, but he's also the one that trained Hal Jordan.
Who plays him?
I don't know.
I can't
remember the guy's name.
All right.
But it's supposed to have like the robotic manhunters, which was like the first Guardians that the Guardians, like the ones that give all the Green Lanterns their powers. They created the manhunters first to patrol and protect, and they ended up turning evil, thinking that no one is good enough. So they just hunt down everyone.
So the Martian Manhunter has nothing to do with all of them?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where they were going with it.
Wait, because you have the Martian Manhunter, but these were called the Manhunters, and they're just like robots.
All right. So, I don't know. I'm having a hard time caring about either DC or MC.
It did get like an early review. It got a 90%, so I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good because this characters, I like all the Green Lanterns.
And you know what they're going to do? They're going to leave it open. At the end, it's going to be a big old cliffhanger, and you'll be like, no.
Well, yeah, supposedly they're supposed to bridge the gap between Supergirl to Man of Tomorrow.
What's Man of Tomorrow?
The next Superman movie.
Oh. And what the Clayface movie seems interesting.
Yeah. That comes out in October.
Okay.
Which basically, it's just like a horror movie. So I'm wondering how they'll tie that into Gotham other than it just being Clayface.
Yeah, is Batman going to even be in it?
I would imagine he would probably have like a cameo or
Well, who's going to be Batman?
Robert Pattinson. But, I mean, granted, if you just see like him on the rooftops chasing or something like that, who knows?
Oh.
But
Who knows?
supposedly it is supposed to tie in with the Penguin and Batman as far as in that world. I don't know if it'll connect story-wise, but it's supposed to be in that world.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think, the end of this year will be pretty interesting for a lot of the, AAA movie franchises because they're writing a lot of money on, Doomsday and all these other DC movies and stuff, the Star Wars crap that's coming out. Like, are people going to be tired of it? Probably not. Probably work. So,
I mean, granted, I'm big into comics. I enjoy it, though.
yeah.
So.
I just want to see something new.
True.
So.
I still want to see Mandalorian and Grogu, which actually I found out comes out September 2nd on Disney+.
Oh, okay.
So I want to see it. I didn't have time to go see it in theater. So
People didn't like it.
I mean, I really enjoyed the Mandalorian story, so I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go pay for it.
Well, I think that's about all we can talk about for this episode.
No, I can keep going.
I know. It's a lot easier to talk when Tom's not here.
It is, because you can actually get words in.
I know. Isn't that crazy? But we got to wrap it up anyways. So
yeah, it's been a long day.
Tune in. Next week, we're going to have a special guest, a guy that we saw his movie premiere and he invited us to. I don't know if you saw our social media.
Yeah, down at the Atlanta Plaza Theater.
Mm-hmm. So we get to talk to him through his process and how he came up with it. He made it from scratch, all the way from nothing to something, and it's impressive. That's the stuff about filmmaking that really gets me going. I really enjoy all the little details that can get people past those hurdles, and to hear from somebody who did it fresh, I'm excited about that.
So between now and this next episode, try and find the movie Dementium and watch it.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
I think you don't have to pay for it. I think you can just watch it.
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't got a chance to pull it up there. So,
but rate it. Give it 2 thumbs up or whatever they rate it for. So
they do stars.
Stars. Give it that. Give it all the stars. All right. Well, that's it for me, Hayden. Goodbye from Tom.
Today, wrong one.
Junior. Hey, goodbye from Mitch.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now y'all have to remember, you're still being recorded.